My name is Walt Banger Taylor. I'm a producer, writer, director, but this time I'm just a producer and director of the film called Catch.er.
And what's the story in Catch.er?
Catch.er is a crime drama. It's about an ambitious career woman who gets murdered on her wedding anniversary, and then there's a police investigation whereby the husband becomes the prime suspect, and we just try and find out what happens in that. That's really how much I want to say at the moment on that.
Okay. And it's got a different view of the Nigerian police, hasn't it?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, it's set up in a fictitious police station called New Division, where we have a lot of intelligent policing. I mean, it was very important for me to start trying to change the narrative of the way we see the Nigerian police and how they behave. You know, you don't see too much of the abuse of human rights or all those sort of things. You know, you do get your rights to speak to your lawyer. I think the more you see it, the more we'll believe it happens. And I mean, I think that's...
Maybe it will happen.
Yes, exactly that. We hope so.
And how will the film be released? You're here at Nollywood Week for the premiere.
Yes, Nollywood Week was very important for me because I kind of wanted to test it out in the wider audience, people who would have more patience in seeing it. And then later on, we're hoping to put it out in the cinemas, sort of looking at the November period.
And you might tweak it a bit before.
Oh, definitely going to tweak it. This is a bit more experimental, even from the colouring. The colouring itself, it's more, I try to make it look like sort of like old black and white film that had been restored to colour, because the influences came from the film noir, but I knew I could never get away with black and white in this day and age, so I came close, but I have already
So is it true that it's Nollywood Noir?
Yes, I think that's where it's been called now, because not quite, it's our own edge to it. So that we added the creativity, the resilience, the do or die attitude towards the film, because the film, funny enough, was made in 4 days. That was kind of the element to it. It wasn't by choice. We just had a clash of schedules and that kind of thing, and we had to just, do it. And it came out quite interesting. I think it gave us the creative edge I needed to make it into this Nollywood Noir, so to speak.
And what's your next film?
My next film was my last film I was supposed to make, but it's called Area Dogs. It's a police drama, but it's more towards an action comedy. But I wanted to get this one out of my chest. I always say, do one for them, one for me, one for them, and this Catch.er is one for me.
So you're going back to thriller and comedy?
Yes. Well, it was, comedy is always my default mode. Film noir is my passion, is what I love. So whenever, even in this Catch.er, I couldn't resist throwing in 1 or 2 jokes. And I said, hold yourself back, don't let it go. So I think the next one, I'm just going to let it loose again, go back to my comedy routine, and then I'll come back into another dark Nollywood film, because that's what I like to. I'm a bit weird in that. People say, Walter, why don't you ever make a happy ending? And I think that's how the Nollywood Noir name came around. One of my family members, you never do a happy ending. There was always these dark films. I'm like, yes, I'm doing. And then I said, I'm doing a film noir. I'm saying, film noir, Nollywood Noir. And that's how it came about.